Good morning, tribe. Is there anybody there? Can you hear me? Here we go. Morning, Paul. Morning, Milena. Morning, McLean. All good sound and vision. That's brilliant. That's very helpful. Morning, Lucia. Morning, Stuart. Morning, Lily. Ruth. Morning, Andrew. Everybody's piling in. Ruth, you're just set to all panelists. Can you just change your settings, please? Everybody on all panelists and attendees, then everybody can see the questions. Morning, Ant. Morning, Oren. Fan. And market is sweet and dandy. Patience is the key. Good morning, Ruth. Thank you very much. Right, so let's see how sweet and dandy the markets are. Have you sent an email for your webinar this afternoon? The webinar is actually tomorrow, Paul. I'm going to speak to Judy about it this morning and just see how she's going to go about setting that up. So there will be something going out. Morning, Joseph. Right, let's make a start, shall we? So here we go. Bring that one up. Minimize that. Right, can everybody see my chart? So, yep, brilliant. Right, here we go then. So, Aussie dollar, US dollar. Make a start. Put Bugsy and Pogo on this one. Alert. This is alert for Bugsy and Pogo. It is all staying within this this buyer bar here, but there's been a good amount of momentum going up. It's just stalling a little bit. So I put Bugsy and Pogo alert on and just do an assessment when you get the alert. If it breaks out the top of this little mini range here, then the momentum will carry on. The 8 moving average is still at least at 45 degrees, so I would suggest Bugsy and Pogo alerters on Aussie dollar, US dollar. Euro, US dollar. This has a little bit more. The 8 moving average is now horizontal, so it's not really appropriate for Bugsy, but I put Pogo alert on that one. We've seen price moving up, pausing, move up, pause. It's moved up again. It's now pausing. So see what happens when it comes back to the 20. If it does, I'd like to see a proper pullback really, rather than necessarily just drifting into the 20. Just have a quick look at what that's doing on the 30 minutes. Yeah, see, it's nothing. If we get a proper pullback, then that would mean that the 20 would come below the 50 on the 30-minute chart, which is what we want. So put Pogo alert on that one. Cable. Again, the 8 moving average is not pulling back to the 20 and has been cycling up. I'll put Bugsy and Pogo alert on that one. Still, if we get another 4 hours where it doesn't go any higher, then we'll see the 8 moving average start to level off. So just we are trading pound with, well, we are not trading pound at the moment. Actually, the advice is not to trade it, but you still need to do your watch lists to keep your eye in, and also for back testing purposes as well. Kiwi dollar, Bugsy alerter, momentum on that. It's going nicely, is that one? Plenty distance between the 3 moving averages. Dollar card, Bugsy alerter. Still plenty of momentum going down. Should continue, hopefully. Dollar Swiss. I'll leave this for the minute. It's a little bit messy around here, and if we're looking at this for a Pogo, we've not really, I wouldn't count this as a cycle. This is not ideal, isn't this? So there's better things to take trades on. So I would leave this one for a minute. Dollar yen. So if we're reading this as a cycling up and then a pause, we looked at this yesterday with a low test off the 50 moving average. So this, if you placed pogo on this, you would actually be in a pogo trade now. So that is a good pogo setup to me. It's retraced back. It's broken the bottom of this big buyer bar, low tested off the 50 moving average, and you would be in a pogo trade. Euro Aussie. This is a little bit soon for a Bugsy trade or a Bugsy alert just yet. I would like to see a move lower. It's the moving averages have just crossed, and there's also price is sat at a level here, and it's at the moment I would like to see a bit more commitment going down before I put a Bugsy on this. You could put Bugsy alert on. I'm not going to put it on the list, but until I see this broken, this level here, a move lower, and then I would be happier to put a Bugsy alert on. But for the minute, I would leave it. Euro card, messy, very sideways, not a lot going on there. Euro Swissy, similar. Euro pound. This is messy. It's not really. This is a nice cycle. You know, move down, nice retrace, high test. Didn't quite come back to the 20, but that would have only been one cycle anyway. So this would then have completed another cycle. But then it's got messy after that, and we know what the political situation is with pound. So better steering clear of that one anyway. It doesn't look like a valid setup. Euro yen. Just give me a second. I'll just plug in. There we go. Euro yen. The 8 moving average is now leveling off, so momentum is slowing down on this pair. So I wouldn't look at this for a Bugsy as it stands. But I would put pogo alert on it. We've had a move up and a retrace, then another move up, broken this high here, and then a retrace back to the 8, and then it's moved up again. So I would look for a deep retrace. So I put pogo alert on, nice deep retrace to see the 20 and the 50 swap over on the 30-minute chart, and then look at price action for price to move higher. Pogo alerter for Euro yen. Euro Kiwi, again, it's very soon after this cross, similar to the Euro Aussie dollar, this one. So I would wait for a move lower and then look at it then. So we're looking really at tomorrow. So I'll do an assessment on it tomorrow. Pound Oz, nothing there. Pound card. No, not convinced with this at the moment. Again, pound is it's moved, it's strengthened as the pound over recent weeks, but it's looking like it's slowing up now. So leave that one. Pound Swissy, similar chart really, very similar charts. I'll leave that one. If you look at that on the 30-minute chart, it'll be completely sideways. Not quite. Pound Kiwi. Nope, leave that one as well. It's been going sideways for a while. I was all within this big big buyer bar. So I'll leave that one. Aussie yen. Excuse me. Aussie yen. Bugsy alert on this one. It's not been coming back to the 20 at all. It's hugging the 8. It's just slowed up a little bit, but I put Bugsy alert on that one and see what happens when you get the alert. Pound yen. Pound yen. Put Bugsy alert and Pogo alert on this one. So have a quick look at the chats. I'll look at these shortly, and just have a quick look at the chat. There's a lot of chat came up on there. So right, back to the so pound yen. Yeah, Bugsy and Pogo alert on that one. See what happens when you get the alerts. Do an assessment. And CAD yen, similar. Bugsy and Pogo. The CAD yen chart actually looks a little bit clearer than the pound yen chart, I would say, but possibly because of this spike here and then what's happened afterwards. So that looks a bit clearer. So Bugsy and Pogo alert on CAD yen. Swiss yen. Because the 8 EMA is now more horizontal, I would look at this more for Pogo. Pogo alert on Swiss yen. I'd like to see a nice deep retrace again, like we spoke about on, I can't remember which pair it was now, Euro yen was it? For the 20 and the 50 to swap over on the 30-minute chart. And then we need movement then back in the long direction to bring us into a trade. So that's the best way of doing that one. Swiss yen, Pogo alert. Kiwi yen, Bugsy alert. That is plenty of momentum there. So I'll put Bugsy alert on that one. Aussie Kiwi. Oh, dear me. Yeah, very razor clammy, as Judy says. So I'll leave that one for the time being. Nothing there. Aussie CAD. Yep. Another messy chart. EMA's crisscrossing all over. Yep. Not a trend at all on that one, so we'll leave that one alone. Aussie Swiss. Very messy again. We need to see this. If we're going to take this long, as the EMAs would suggest, we need to see this level here broken to the long side and see some movement and some cyclicity as well, really. So I'll leave that one for the time being. So that's Aussie Swiss, CAD Swiss. Similar. This level here needs to be broken to the long side and then see some cyclicity. So we're waiting on that one. Kiwi Swissy. This area here has now been broken, so I will put Bugsy and Pogo alert on this. You've got one cycle there. That's the second phase, and then we're going to phase 1. So I'll put Bugsy and Pogo alert on Kiwi Swiss. It's broken this area here, so I'm happy to do that. Kiwi CAD. Not yet. I'll leave that one for a minute. Let's see, clear this area before we start looking at taking this to the long side. US dollar, Singapore dollar. I would put Pogo alert on this. It's cycling down. So, yeah, I would look at that as being one cycle, and this being phase 1 of the second cycle. So a nice deep retracement to swap the EMAs on 30-minute would be suitable, and then so Pogo alert for US dollar, Singapore dollar, and then gold. Nope, very flat. So I'm leaving that one alone for the time being. Right, let's have a look and see what questions we've got. So, right. So, Sheen, there was a trade triggered yesterday. Which one was that on? Was it the euro yen? I think US dollar Swiss. Right. Right, just 1 second. Lots of questions here. And Bonzo is also in that trade, dollar Swiss. Just have a quick look at dollar Swiss and see what that's doing now. That triggered yesterday. So let's move that out of the way. So was that taken? Must have been taken as a Bugsy trade. There's not a great deal of momentum there. For a Bugsy trade. I mean, that would have been yeah. I wouldn't take that as a Bugsy trade, guys. I don't think that appeared on Judy's list yesterday as a Bugsy. I'll have a look at that. So from McLean, momentum to pass the range point. Aussie yen. If we'll come back to the 50. Aussie yen. I've got that down as a Bugsy alert on Aussie yen. So we'll look at that. I can see what you're looking at, McLean. It's at the moment it hasn't been pulling back to the 20, and there's plenty of movement upwards. Yeah, you could put Bugsy alert on as well. Sorry, Pogo alert on as well. I've got Bugsy alert on that, but you could put Pogo alert on as well. I'll change that over to Bugsy stroke Pogo. Pull back to the 50. That would be a long way back with that. Maybe some profit taking towards the end of the week perhaps would cause that. US dollar Singapore dollar, you wouldn't want to place Bugsy today. The reason why I'm saying Pogo rather than Bugsy on this, Lily, is the 8 moving average at the moment is now horizontal. I would prefer to see the 8 moving average at least looking something like this. And when you, it's now the momentum's slowed up, and that's been indicated by the 8 moving average. So I would look more for Pogo on this. I think it's too speculative. And we've had a lot of movement down as well. You look at the from this point here, price has moved 225 pips. You had a big move down and then a retrace, another big move down. So I would be inclined to suggest that we're going to get a bigger retracement, possibly past the 20. So Bugsy for me on this pair at the moment is not a viable trade, I don't think. Sheen, Euro US dollar. Are you thinking Bugsy alert on Pogo alert on Euro US dollar, Sheen? Just have a look at that. Euro US dollar. Again, the 8 moving average is horizontal. That's the reason why I'm looking more at Pogo for this. Pogo alert. I wouldn't put Bugsy alert on that, because if you get an alert, it doesn't look, the momentum's not there. It's very much momentum we need for Euro US dollar, for Bugsy, sorry. So, Aussie dollar Swiss. Feel like to see momentum break. Yes, yes, that's right, McLean. Anthony, New Zealand US dollar and New Zealand yen multi triggered yesterday. Both made one. Oh yes, yep. Good on you. I got a Swiss yen 1-to-1 yesterday, which was nice. US dollar Swissy. Yeah. Aussie dollar Swiss. I did it in 15. Ignore my message. Okay. Right, Sheen, I've gone past where you would put in. Well done, Michael. Which one were you talking about which had Bugsy on yesterday's list? Just ping us a quick message, Sheen. Euro US dollar. Yeah. Well, yesterday it would have been. That would have been the candlestick that Judy was looking at yesterday. This one here, which the moving average was certainly steeper than it is now, but we're looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candlesticks later, 24 hours later, and it's the momentum slowed up for me. So I wouldn't say. It would have looked a valid setup yesterday, but things have changed. So, any other questions? Is everybody happy with that? Let's have a look at what it's doing on the 15-minute. Swiss yen. Right. Let's have a look at that. It's flattened off for me, has that, Michael? I got 1-to-1 on that yesterday, and then it retraced back to the stop at break even for the second trade. The momentum's gone. If I was, I got that down as a pogo alerter because of the fact that the 8 moving average is now almost horizontal. It's horizontal. So I'm looking at, but I would like to see a deeper pullback. So I put pogo alerter on that. I would like to see a deeper pullback so that the 20 and the 50 in no range, stay in or get out. Or if you're in a trade and you've got your stop at break even, I would leave it. But I wouldn't. I would be looking at a pogo alert at this. How's the trade doing that you're in at the moment, Michael? Well, if right, in that case, then if it's so that would have been taken as a proxy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right. My advice, I have made a decision, is close the trade down. If you have you're a money manager, cut your losses. Cut your losses and let your winners run. If that is losing a little bit, it's now consolidating and has been. And I am looking at this pulling back below the 20. So that would, yeah, that's it. Dollar Swiss. Let's have a look. Dollar Swiss is. Well, if you're looking at this for a pogo, at the moment, let's just move that. Whoops, move that out of the way. Very messy up here, and then you've got a downward move, and wow, I would like to see this pulled back and break this mess here, and then start moving lower again. So it's as the pogo rules go. I don't know whether I would really call this a cycle. It's just, this is like a range. If you drew a box around this, it's broken below the box, but that's one cycle. I just think there are better trades to take. You know, it's this comes into the realm of curve fitting, I think, for me. So I would ignore it. I don't yet have in my trading plan to close trades early, so I'm a bit confused. This is the one that we're talking about, the US dollar Swiss, is it? No, not US dollar Swiss, sorry. Swiss yen. Yeah. I just think the momentum's gone. That's the reason why I'm saying that. US dollar Swiss, right, so cut loss. US dollar Swiss. Again, I think the momentum's gone on this. If this was taken as a Bugsy, which it must have been, where are we at now? 15 minutes. Depends where you got in. Sorry, Anthony. I'm trying to catch up with all the other chat coming in as well. If it's in your rules, that this is it. You know, I would say, you know, have your trading plan, have your rules, and formulate your rules based on your what you are comfortable with, and stick to those rules. Don't chop and change your rules. That's fine, Anthony. If that's in your rules to do that, then that's fine. You know, people are asking a question, what's my opinion on it? I will gladly give that. But that's in my rules. And other people have different. I think those two charts are different. That's why. But the momentum's gone on Swiss yen. And I think it's obviously with both of those charts having the Swiss franc in, then, you know, there is obviously something happening with the Swiss franc. Yeah, yeah. So stick to your rules, guys. You know, it's okay to ask for advice, but if you or opinion, should I say, not advice. It's okay to ask for opinion. But yeah, I understand that, Anthony. Yeah, I follow. But you know, you have your rules for your reasons, and I strongly advise that you stick to them. But you know, so there we go. That's it for today. I will post the watch list in the Telegram group, and this video will get posted on in the Facebook group. Thank you very much for showing up, guys. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ant. Yeah, everybody have a good day. Plenty to look at, so trade responsibly. Thank you very much.